There's never been a more important film about XRP, but this one is it. The case between Ripple and the SEC ends today. It's been years since we last had this happen. Now is the time. We have never seen such a strong sign of strength in the crypto world before. A lot of people think that XRP will soon be worth $2,500.00. That's pretty cool, right? Watch this whole video. Let's jump right in. Nota bene. The legal fight between Ripple and the SEC, which has been one of the most important in the history of cryptocurrency, is now likely coming to an end. April 16th is being seen as a turning point after more than 3 years of court cases, rumors, and public talk. One that could either clear up the confusion about XRP or start a whole new set of court moves. A simple but strong question is at the heart of this moment. Will Ripple finally be able to get away from the SEC, or is there going to be another turn in the story? Attorney Fred Rispoli, who is a well-known and respected legal expert in the XRP community, has made a bold forecast. He thinks that Ripple will barely be able to meet the legal limit for their next move, which is 10% of the time. Instead, he thinks there is a shocking 90% chance that something much more dramatic will happen. Either Ripple will surprise everyone by announcing a deal, or it will quietly drop its appeal. That would be huge, not just for Ripple but for the whole crypto business that is keeping an eye on this case as a sign from regulators. The fact that Ripple can't ask for any delays makes this date even more important. There's no more room to move, something needs to be done. The court's record hasn't said anything yet, but everyone is looking at it. There is a lot of talk on social media about possible agreements between Ripple and the SEC. Many people are remembering hints from Ripple execs that these agreements may already exist. But Rispoli warns people to be careful. Resolutions have been mentioned in public, but nothing legal has been filed yet. In the event that there is an agreement, he says it most likely comes in the form of secret, non-public promises from the SEC. There is still nothing that would show up in court records. Still, people who use XRP are very excited. Tweets like, "The SEC has a new boss, and we like him. Paul Atkins doesn't want war, he wants growth. Our XRP is free to fly now" by user Steph, show that people are becoming more positive. There is even more talk about Paul Atkins, a former SEC commissioner who is known for supporting growth and new ideas. He may be appointed or gain more power. Some people think that Ripple and the SEC might be delaying a settlement until a bigger political event happens, like Atkins' return or a bigger change in the SEC's leadership strategy. Others in the crypto space are making even stronger statements. The fight between the SEC and Ripple is over. It was this month, Jack the Rippler wrote. Austin Hilton went even further and said, "Ripple versus SEC lawsuit settled, confirmed." And CryptoGeek put it all in the context of a bigger change in the rules. After a big win in the XRP case, the SEC announced rules for cryptocurrencies. This isn't just a resolution if these people are right. It is a famous spot. The end of this case could mean that crypto regulations will be clearer and less unfriendly to new ideas. For years, legal uncertainty has kept institutions from getting interested in XRP. This could change things in the US, allowing top platforms to reopen their doors. There is a lot at stake. XRP has stayed strong through delistings, market drops, and legal threats. It has a large, active, and strong global group. Companies all over the world that deal with money use Ripple's system. Still, the case has kept many people from seeing how great it really is. That might be ending now. This week is a moment of truth no matter what happens. It is very quiet from both Ripple and the SEC. All of the guys are ready. The time is running out. And when it stops, the whole crypto world might change. And of course, a world event like this should help XRP Ripple's rapid growth. In the end, it's not just about law clarity. We're going to talk about how to get the most out of XRP in the US market. Now comes the crazy part. The best crypto experts already have big ideas about where XRP will go next. Be sure to take notes on some of these predictions. You should pay attention to what they say because they might be right, and we could be about to face something huge. People who own XRP know something that most people are just now becoming aware of. This isn't just different coins. The movement is based on having a clear goal, being patient, and being firmly committed. John Squire said the people who own XRP weren't born to follow the crowd. A lot of people are still not sure, but holders already saw the picture. People will call it luck when XRP reaches its peak. But it was always faith. Those who were sure are now being paid. The crypto community is buzzing with new energy thanks to clear laws, positive attitudes, and some amazing promises. Steph said it all in one tweet that went viral. Congratulations, you own XRP, you'll soon be very wealthy, and that might not be too much of a stretch. Large platforms such as Binance now say that XRP could go above $600.00 by 2025. That should be enough to interest any investor. Some people, though, are going even further. King XRP didn't hold back. Not long from now, it won't just be $2,500.00 per XRP. It could be $10,000.00 or even $35,000.00. Yes, it does sound crazy, but remember how silly people were when Bitcoin hit $1,000.00? More and more people are starting to believe that a small amount of XRP could totally change your financial future. An important person in the XRP community named Edo Farina recently made a bold but easy claim. Keeping only 1,000 XRP could be the smartest thing you ever do with your money. That's $100,000.00 if XRP even gets to $100.00 for just $500.00 or $600.00 today. If it goes up to $10,000.00, that's not quite a shot. Yes, that is a full circle. It's clear what Farina is saying. Don't make the same mistake that people who bought Bitcoin early on did. Some people sold too soon for $10.00, $100.00, or even $500.00, and then saw Bitcoin go over $90,000.00. He thinks the same thing will happen with XRP. People who leave the market too soon might miss out on once-in-a-generation wealth. Of course, not everyone agrees with the very optimistic predictions. Some experts think that a range of $10.00 to $20.00 is a more reasonable short to medium-term goal. If you hold 1,000 XRP though, it could still be a great way to get rich. What makes XRP stand out is how useful it is, how it's used for cross-border payments, how financial institutions back it, and how quickly it's growing since the case. Is XRP the next big thing? It could be. The XRP community is bigger than ever, even though there are a lot of people who don't believe in it. They are not united by talk but by faith. Weeb is also where uprisings start, as history shows, right? But, ladies and gentlemen, it gets even more interesting. Ripple is taking over the world behind the scenes. It's getting easier to make deals with global banks, form strategic relationships, and keep the regulatory winds calm. Additionally, this is yet another positive sign that you can't ignore. What Ripple is building could shake up the way traditional banking works, and people who own XRP are right in the middle of it all. Since SBI Holdings made a big announcement